Bienvenidos una vez más a estos videos de NBA2K13. Y ahora con la serie 2-0 frente a Chicago, vienen los partidos como locales, en casa, y con la posibilidad de ganar la serie 4-0, ganando los dos consecutivos en casa y poder barrer la final ante Chicago. Así que bueno, está todo a pedir de Boca, ganar los dos primeros como visitante, y ahora es solamente cuestión de jugar bien los dos partidos que siguen en casa y liquidar todo esto. Obviamente este es más fundamental, este tercer partido, que el cuarto, por el hecho de que ya si dejáramos la serie 3-0 es como que es el baldazo de agua fría, ¿no? Donde lo vamos a dejar casi knockout a Chicago, y se nos puede facilitar más aún un cuarto partido. Así que bueno, como digo siempre, este es el partido, es muy importante para poder liquidar la serie y no darle chances a que nos ganen uno y tener que volver a Chicago. Así que vamos a tratar de jugarlo con todo. Espero que mis compañeros estén conectados para poder poner las cosas 3-0. Bien, sin más preámbulos, vamos directamente al partido.
Do a little talking here before tip-off. It's all in good fun right now. We're at the sold-out arena in San Antonio, Texas. A 2-0 start to the finals. Things could change direction here in Game 3. 2K Sports brings you NBA playoff action. In the booth with me, Steve Kerr and Clark Miller. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And it's time to check the starting five, brought to you by State Farm. Well, breaking down the game, guys, let's take a look here at Cool Hands.
Well, he's just a spectacular dunker. Yeah, the fans love it. He's out on the floor, and he's got some wind and some momentum going to the hoop. They know exactly what's coming.
Not to mention, guys, he's got those rush hour handles. He can get in a lot of tight spaces the way he handles that ball. He's able to dissect the defense with ease.
When you look at San Antonio, their confidence speaking right now after winning the first 2 games on the road. They're right where they want to be.
Winning the first 2 games away from home has put them in incredible shape. Now all of a sudden they've got 3 straight at home. They just need to win 2 of them. So if they can get the win tonight, they will be in unbelievable shape.
And the fans know it, Steve. They can sense how close it is on letting their guys hear. It's going to be a tremendous atmosphere in here all game long. There's nothing like the final.
There's the steal. Chicago grabs
Ahí,
the miss.
eso me pasó por cancha.
This one following a really disappointing game on Friday.
And they were really out-rebounded in that game, put them in a huge disadvantage.
Well, you get clobbered on the glass.
No importa.
It's always going to put you at a disadvantage, Steve. I mean, they need to do a much better job of establishing position inside and then going after the ball. You can't just box out and have position. Go get the horn.
Pobre Green. Le van a tener que poner un yeso en los tobillos.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
And that last replay, courtesy of Sprite. We play just over a minute here in the first. Green with the ball. Ginobili. Green kicks it to Ginobili.
Pongan al que me pongan enfrente esta noche, los como crudo a cualquiera. Estoy muy inspirado.
The Spurs have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. He said that before the game, he told his team to hit the reset button, saying, "I want us to forget about those first 2 games. We just need to focus on what is ahead, not what is
Ahí inspiras.
And if we can do that, we can still come away champions. We'll see if they can focus forward, guys."
Thank you, Doris. The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night here. Here's Green, averaging 14 points a game. Back to Boozer. And that one's good. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Cool Hands. He has 5. Six to shoot. Ginobili outside. From the arc. That's good. Ginobili's got 5.
This has been the start that they had hoped for, coming out knocking down 4 of their first 5 shots.
King can't get it to go.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you guys catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
Qué martillazo.
Kevin, I heard the comments, and there's been a lot of talk since that time. Everybody up in arms about the arrogance. To me, though, that's just who he is. And
Pegó atrás, no le pude tapar.
when you can say anything you want and you don't care about what people say, then you just throw stuff out there. And that's what that was to me. I mean, he just doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Here's Cool Hands.
Yes.
Off to a really solid start. He's knocked down 4 of his first 5 shots.
And the foul on Duncan.
Ofensiva.
That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him
A la
off.
sastrería, Rose.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
From deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Well, another uncontested
Ah, eso ya
three.
mostrar.
They got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean,
It's on fire.
too many open threes.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open three-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up 1, but you start giving three-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
Outside Boozer. The quick look, no good. That
Oh, hasta los rebotes bajo él. Ah, no, estoy tremendo.
Just a roll off with his release.
This right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
makes the alley-oop pass.
Yeah, things could not be going much better for them so far, particularly offensively.
I'll say, I mean, you don't see too many first-quarter leads this big.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And there's the foul. It goes on.
Ay, el árbitro me tenía que estropear todo con una falta.
Spurs on defense. Outside Green. Left side Rose. They need this.
In building this lead, they've been excellent at not allowing any good second chance.
Easy call there.
No question about that. You can hear the impact from where I am.
Yeah, Kevin, there's no question he's one of the players that people hate at see. I mean, he was capable of some real artistry in terms of his dunking and his athleticism.
I would love to see one or two here today, Steve. I don't know if he plans them or if they're spur of the moment, but I do know this. They're always spectacular.
First free throw is good. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Noah. And both free throws good for Green. Here's Cool Hands. 15 points in the game. Pass to Ginobili. Duncan left side. Shot's good. It is by Ginobili.
Ahí el rebote.
Duncan's got his first points of the night.
huge advantage for them already. And as well as they played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
Sí, tómate tu tiempo, Ross, total. Ustedes son los que van perdiendo. Ops, lo que me encontré. Doble marca. ¿Para qué?
Playing well at both ends, offensively and defensively, guys. Yeah, it's been a complete performance, Steve. You look back on this game, it's one that you would hope to be able to build on.
They have done a great job of securing rebounds as they come in this game.
Yeah, they have, Kevin. Well, they're blocking out and not waiting for the ball to come to them. I mean, that's what you got to do. I've talked about it countless times, Kevin. You can block out, but if you don't pursue the ball, you're not going to rebound.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now.
Guadala, no la agarré, culpa tuya, te aviso.
Now here's Carter. Pocket 6. Brand dishes to Rose. The drop step.
Hey,
Gets it to go.
que soy transparente.
They were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Oh.
This one for 3.
Yes.
Julian's got 21 in the game.
That's now 8 of 9 for him early in the first, and nothing seems to be slowing him down.
Sastrería.
That's foul number 2 for him.
We've seen him now give away 4 possessions. Got to squeeze the orange out there. Take care of the ball.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Chicago. Sessions comes in for Derrick Rose. Spurs leading by 18. He feeds it to Ginobili. There's the triple. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Well, they've really come out on fire with the killer instinct here. Absolutely torching it from beyond the arc.
Now here's Sessions. He's guarded closely. The dish to Haywood. He gets to Sessions. Lots of room.
And normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
Stolen by
Ay,
Terry.
quiso igual.
Carter against Ginobili. Carter kicks to Sessions. Haywood with a screen and Iguodala. Here's Terry. Here's Brand.
Wow.
For 2.
And that's why you love this guy. I mean, tremendous work on the offensive board.
Oh, Manu.
Gives you second chance points.
Out to Duncan. Iguodala. Spurs working the ball around now.
Ay, no, me escapé.
Terry against Ginobili. For 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
That's 9 straight points.
6 de 6 en triple. Oh, ¿cómo estamos?
Defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
Brand. The offensive rebound. Outside Carter. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Carter's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the group ball. Here's Cool Hands. He's covered by Sessions. Here's Duncan. And it's blocked.
Ay, qué tapa. Pobre Donka. Va muy lejos vos.
Kicks to Sessions. Back to Carter.
No se me ocurra. Mía. Ay, me quedé corto.
Duncan on him. Nice hit again.
Bueno,
Haywood gets the bucket.
éramos 3 contra 2.
Haywood's got his first 2
Ay, Dios.
points of the night.
Textbook offensive rebounding right there. I love that. Those putbacks are buckets any team loves to get.
And that's on about San Antonio will retain possession. So both.
Bueno,
Here's
42-25.
Green. He has 6. And there's the pass to Rose. Hit by Haywood. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That's foul number 2.
Qué bien me la hicieron.
And now, guys, still early in the second
Caí en la
quarter,
trampa.
and that's his second
No
foul.
importa.
I'd be anxious to see if they
Ya
leave
vendrá la
him in here.
venganza.
Here's Green. It's Chicago with another win.
He exposed a flaw in the defense.
Vamos, saca más rápido, querido. No puedes estar 2 horas para sacar una
So the
pelota.
Boots are on the bench. This is what Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Derrick Rose is out there with Green. And there's Clark. And it's Elton Brand. And it's Haywood in at the 5, roaming the paint. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys,
Al barrare.
He finished with 31 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
Okay, Doris, thanks. Great report on what was, Clark, an outstanding performance.
Kevin, he was simply on fire. These are the kinds of games that define truly great NBA careers.
Yeah, you could see from the beginning, he just seemed to have it. You know, he was on his game, and he remained aggressive throughout in what was really a great win. Now, they're finally starting to shoot the ball a little bit better now.
You know, I thought this was the play, the kind of play they did in the first quarter, but as I always like to say, it's better late than never.
Here's Cool Hands. 21 points in the game. Up with it. Rebound by the Bulls.
Esa la falla. Se me tiró con todo el cuerpo.
Rebound so far in the game. Rose goes in. Gets it to go.
Man, he makes a lot of tremendous plays at that end of the court. We see it from him every
Otra
game.
vez, 2 horas para sacar. Por favor.
Almost 4 minutes gone.
Como para querer meter un contragolpe en saque.
Here's Cool Hands. He's covered by Rose. Dishes it to Lucas. Iguodala. Over Green.
¡Oh!
The offensive rebound. Chicago with the ball. Trailing by 17. There's the pick.
Bueno.
Carter outside. Fires the 3. Yes. And it's Rose with the assist that time. 6 points for Vince Carter. Spurs have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Cool Hands. Discovered by Rose. Stolen by Carter. He dishes it to Brand. Back to Rose. Outside, Green. Brand. From down in the low post. It goes. Brand's got his second bucket of the game.
Tómate tu tiempo, Ay,
Spurs leading by 12.
ay, Dios.
Here's Cool Hands. 23 points in the game. Back to Mary. Latrey. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Rose hits the Brand. They get a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Here's Cool Hands. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nicely that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Several teams changing it up here.
Ah, me mandaron a descansar, yo que me estaba divirtiendo.
Here's Cool Hands. He's covered by Rose. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Leonard the pass to Duncan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rose with the double team. Here's Sita.
¿Qué pasó? Ay.
41 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Rose. Kicks to Sessions. Sessions gets a screen from Noah. Sessions dishes to Noah. Duncan is there. Noah kicks to Boozer. Sessions from past the arc. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Here's Cool Hands. 26 points for him. Back to Duncan. Here's Sita.
¡Yes!
the buzzer sounded.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how he has the poise to make that shot look so easy.
Yeah, and that's the most exciting play in basketball, guys. The buzzer beater. Unbelievable.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Spurs lead by 18. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
This is the halftime report. The tension of these finals continues to mount here in Game 3. San Antonio on top against Chicago. They've been on a roll in this one, and so far just dominating the finals, looking to take a commanding lead 3-0. Cool Hands has not felt much resistance against the Bulls. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. And giving it their all, the Chicago Bulls. They've benefited from some excellent contribution from their bench, providing scoring in bunches when called upon. It's been a major advantage. Vince Carter making his presence felt early. He's got 6 points and has helped out a bit on the boards as well. And that's all we have for you here in the studio. Now let's send it on back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half of play.
And we're set to get started again for the next bit of action in this Game 3. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for San Antonio, Ceda is in at the point. Marion is up.
That's taking it strong right there.
Yeah, finishing in style.
You can feel a sense of anticipation when he heads for the hoop because that's what he can do.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here's Cool Hands. Feeds it to Ginobili. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Cool Hands. About 1 minute played here in the second half. From about 16.
Escoge tu veneno.
And the Spurs lead by 18.
Well, it's hard to set up your D when you just turned it over at the other end.
Yeah, a lot of points have been given up here.
No les gustó que le hayan anotado 29 puntos en el primer tiempo. No me quieren ver cerca del aro ahora. Ey, ey.
Ginobili left side. Good on the shot. Ginobili's got 17.
Bien. Acá viene la parte donde me lleno de asistencia. ¿No quieren que anote?
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
Here's Cool Hands. He has 29. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
No te vayas tan fuera, Mario.
Spurs passing it around. Ginobili outside. The three is launched. Gets it to go. Ginobili's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a lot going wrong for them on offense in the early part of the third. I mean, that's 3 makes on 4 tries now.
Bulls trail by 19. Outside, Green. He passes it to them. Outside, Rose. Straight up.
Lo atendimos.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge.
4 rebotes, no. Me creo un gigante ya. Hay una doble marca. Tire. Yes.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Now here's Rose. T right out. Back to Dan. In low to Boozer. It's stolen by Duncan.
Correcto, Duncan.
Iguodala, the pass to Ginobili. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line.
What a game for Ginobili. He has 20 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Now they'd be in much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Ginobili. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Outside Boozer. Looking to end the run, and that one's good. Here's Cool Hands. He has 29. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Ginobili on the wing. Passes it to Iguodala. Mario. Carlos Boozer pulls it in. Now Rose. 6 points for him.
Oh.
Tied up. And Boozer throws it down.
Look at that effort. Does he set a great example out there or what?
On plays like that, he does. Sure. What work on the offensive glass we see with him.
Yeah, that was awesome. Put back with the slam. Are you kidding me?
The feed to Duncan. And that one's good. Duncan's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Float loose. Out of bounds. Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Uy, qué paliza.
Here's Terry. Blocked. Rose kicks it to Noah. Gets the bucket. Noah's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're not as aggressive from the outside here. Maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
Back to Duncan. And the Spurs scoring again.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
Now here's Rose. Defense right on. Looking to end this cold spell.
Iba muy lejos.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. The Bulls making a switch here. 52 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And they call over the bench.
Nah, me cobraste la falta a mí.
Well, you like it when a guy goes hard to the ball, but you have to be smart. He went right over his back on that one. Not a good play.
I think he was just over anxious that time.
.44 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Witt. The kick out to Dang. Pass to Green. He feeds it to Noah. Moves back up. Connects. The jumper drops.
They continue to barrel their way inside. And when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
For the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
Way too much time and space on that 3. He'll make that one all the time.
Well, it's a warm-up jumper, Steve, the kind that you could knock down still to this day. And you're one of the best all-time three-pointers we've had in the NBA. But you got to at least run at a guy.
¡Ay, no! Estaba muy cerca. Dios. Dos segundos, saca rápido, Duncan.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
Yes!
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Spurs out in front, running away with it. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. And now our sideline reporter Doris Burke has a report on our Sprite uncontainable game. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, well, it was the stretch by the Spurs that garners the uncontainable game today. It's been a defensive clinic as they just can't help but get stops. The lead continues to grow for them as they look like they are allergic to getting scored on.
Doris, thank you. And what a concerted effort they put together tonight.
And, you know, that was really the uncontainable aspect in this game, Kevin. They got on the
There's the dish to Rose. Lets it go from 11. And again, no good by Chicago.
Shot seems to be a little awry today, just off a fraction. They've got to have him pick it up, though, and soon.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, and JT Miller the front line. Derrick Rose is out there with Green. 6 on the shot clock. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Here's Cedar. There's Lucas. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the way up. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Haywood. Shot no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Cedar. And he drops it in from the low post. Coolan's got 34 points.
He's been a big part.
6 de 6 en triple, ¿cómo anduve hoy?
Another solid offensive effort.
He gets it to Boozer. Backing down. He can't be stopped.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Lucas. Here's Cool Hands. Shot clock at 5.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
And the replay, of course, presented by Sprite. What a play. And for the Bulls, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Their offense not doing their best work of late. The kick out to Boozer. Over Gilmore. Boozer can't get it to go. The Spurs have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Back to Lucas. Here's Cool Hands. Down low.
Man, that was a real hard it out. Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
Chicago's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Carter drives in, shoots over Leonard. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Sessions. The Spurs have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Carter comes in with a double team. Leonard dishes to Clark. He gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, that didn't go down, but those are exactly the plays coaches like to see.
First one falls for him.
Yet to miss a free throw here in the second half, guys.
And you love that efficiency from the foul line, Steve. Really can help you maintain a lead and win a game.
Wennington, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Elton Brand's checked in for Chicago.
De alero se da el
The Bulls
gusto de
shooting
ponerme.
about 46% for the game. Outside Carter. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Sessions got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Haywood with the block. Here's Cool Hands. Parker is covered by Sessions. Here's Cool Hands. Shot clock at 6. Count that one. Cool Hands got 40 points.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Carter for 3. And the Bulls another 3.
6 points in short order. 2 straight from deep. That's what can happen with that 3 ball. Yep, they got it going. Nice, clean looks.
Here's Wennington. Lobs it up there. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the
La tiraste muy bajita.
Here's Cardona. Lucas with the rebound. Lucas has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
It might not be the biggest margin, but don't take what they've done on the boards for granted. I mean, it's been a strong area for them in this game.
You know, man, I mean, it all adds up. You do a little bit better job here, a little better job there, and you look up, it's a big difference on the scoreboard.
Fires from the wing. And it's San Antonio with another.
Empujón le metí.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
Sessions gets it to go.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
The Spurs have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the
Bueno,
fourth
termina el
quarter.
tiempo.
Back to Parker. No 1-0. One shot is good that time.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And, guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high-quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
Oh, and they get in the way.
Ah, guay.
Not to be. Good play defensively.
A mí me tenía que dar el pase, no al otro. Se le dio las manos.
Another turnover, another bucket.
And you know, Steve, turnovers can really be game changers. I mean, they sap your team and then give the other team life. So it's a double-edged sword.
And another basket for San Antonio.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
¡Oh! ¡Qué poco me metió!
Here's Cardona. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. They're making this a runaway.
Now, the only question now is how big will this lead eventually become? I mean, this is a blowout.
Here's Lucas. Rejected by Haywood. The Bulls shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Here's Sessions. That's good.
Nice little run here, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, I agree. Just not enough time, Steve. The clock is their enemy, not their friend.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's the pass to Wennington. Chicago grabs the miss. 8 feet away. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Bueno, 5,8 segundos. La serie se pone 3-0. Ya me queda pedirle Boca para barrer a Chicago en la final y coronarme campeón.
No good on that. Good on the second free throw. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so it's San Antonio usually taking this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you add?
Muy bien, objetivo cumplido. Nosotros nos volvemos a encontrar en el cuarto partido de esta serie, de esta final de la NBA entre Chicago y San Antonio. Hasta la próxima.